You're welcome to this episode of Big Story on Channels Television. Our story on this episode is on the border that links Nigeria and Benin Republic, both in West Africa. Seme, which is on the Nigeria side, and Seme on the side of Benin Republic can barely be demarcated because of the high traffic of both human and goods. Activities at the border generated about 1 billion naira in the first 2 months of 2018. That's according to the Seme Command of the Nigeria Customs Service. Now, unfortunately, this economic attraction is also accompanied with its dire consequences of illicit and illegal activities like smuggling and human trafficking, among others. Seme Border is on this episode of Big Story. You're welcome. I'm Ini JOHN-MEKWA. From this point, it's 1 minute, one is in Nigeria and the other in Benin Republic. But the trip across comes with checks with various government agencies, one of them the Nigeria Immigration Service. Their check revealed the case which has added to the numerous unfortunate incidents of human trafficking across the Seme border. It's the case which has saved 2 young girls traveling without the necessary papers, Florence and Mercy, not their real names for the protection of their identity.
Because of his wife, as in...
Both from Ozoro in Delta State, they say they were promised a better life if they were ready to be engaged as women of easy virtues across the borders. Even their hairdo was deliberate to make them look the part.
He said white man will sleep with us and give us money.
18-year-old Florence says she's the first of 6 children. Her father is jobless and her mother works as a laborer at a building site.
It's what one bros from Benin is the one that told us that when we go to Cotonou, he said white man will sleep with us and give us money. He said when my mother will go to crockery work before he bring money, so that it's not said that if we go that side we will send money to our parents. He said we go send money go give our parents. He said when my mommy dey do crockery work, so I like her. He said my mom go find work we go do before we go shop.
19-year-old Mercy says she used to stay with her uncle in Lagos, where she was sent to school up to the senior secondary school level.
When I was staying in Lagos, I went to better school. I went to better primary school. Then when I came back from Lagos to Delta here, my father abandoned me and abandoned my mother. Only my mother was now left alone, as in my dad, he married 3 wives. Then my mom has 2 husbands. She gave birth to only me to my dad. She now gave birth to another man, 2 boys to the man, and now she's pregnant for 1. My mom, she can't take care of me because of her new husband that is at home. And my dad, he married another wife. Even though I stayed in the house, the wife is always maltreating me. So I now ran from the house and went to my mom's side. Even my mom did not even recognize me. They didn't even tell my mom that I'm back from Lagos. I was in the community. I was in Ozoro and I was suffering. Until one person now told me that I don't know my mom's house. And I went to my mother's house. I was trying to trace the house and I asked, and I'm looking for a woman that is selling rice. They now showed me the place. After showing me, I was now explaining myself to her because they even changed my name. And I explained myself to her. She now said that means I'm a child now. And I started staying with her before she now had another husband in the house again. So we now saw one of our auntie. She now told me that since I'm in this Ozoro, what am I even doing in the Ozoro? Nothing. Well, because my sister, my senior sister, Peace, she's in that side, Cotonou, in Mali. So she now told me that instead of me sitting in Ozoro doing nothing, okay, let me go to that side. And I told her that, is that side okay? She now told me everything. She was now using sweet mouth to tell me everything about that side. She now showed me my sister's picture that, can't you see that she's fine in that side? And I told her that, well, actually, okay, I'll go. Then we now came to Benin, and she now said she's waiting for a man. As we were waiting, now as the man just arrived, he now told us that we should go to this one's house, this one that is here.
The man who was to take them to the border is hypothetically Patrick, a resident of Edo State, married with children. In fact, his wife was delivered of a baby while he was here. He says he's a staff of PHCN and claims that this is the first time he's engaging in this as a means to earn extra income.
I have a friend, one of the model boss for Edo State, Benin City. So he's one of the people that Lama assist me to bring my goods from my tour down to Benin. So he has a brother, then he now told me that if I can assist him, if the girls reach Lagos, then I assist them down to Cotonou on my way going to Togo. Or they ask me when will I want to travel, then I tell. He said the girls, they are coming from data. So can I help him? The man will give me transport money. Will find something for me. When we reach Seme on Friday, so I put the gears inside back to cross them. So I, me by myself, not straight by myself, cross to the border. So crossing to the border, I didn't see them. Unfortunately, the man that he gave me the 2 gears, and now called me that the gears, there's people who hold them in border. I said, although I'm searching them, I never see them. So I meet some boys that work with immigration, explain from them. So he said, let them go and confirm. They now enter inside and see the 2 girls and come back and tell me that the 2 girls, they are inside there. So I went there, identified myself, showed them my ID card. So they asked me about the girls. I said, they are with me. See how I had contact with them. Even to be true, one of the officers also is here that he got me arrested that day.
The agencies credited with uncovering of this case are the Customs and Immigration. Although a direct duty of the Immigration Service, the agencies say intelligent collaboration has worked this out.
That is part of the synergy we have. When we have intelligent report, we quickly relate to them. This is what we had, this is what we suspect. So please watch out. So this synergy that would lead to the arrest of these girls. Not only custom, even with other sister agencies like DSS. At the same time, if they see some people want to smuggle some other thing that concern custom, they will send a signal to us. Oga, what's so place? I saw so moment. I'm not satisfied with that. So send your boys. So that's how we send the intelligence report to them and they are able to arrest them.
When he gave me that intelligence report, I informed my officers and they swung into action. And good thing that you saw the result of that, signifying that we understand that we are working for the same government. We definitely, after interrogating them, listen to them, then we may either send them to the zonal office in Keja or we send them to Abuja, or maybe the people at the zonal office will direct us on what to do. Maybe if we think that if we reasonably think that they can be reunited with their families, then we see the possibilities. If their parents appear and convince us that actually they are parents of these girls and that they don't know exactly, they don't know their mission in Cotonou to Ghana, Mali, then we take our decision.
While the girls will be handed over to NAPTIP for further investigation, and in spite of the fact that the girls say they were informed of their destination and the trade they could have engaged in, legal practitioner Christian Love says Florence and Mercy are victims of human trafficking.
And when you say willingly, there is a way I can be talked into something because they don't know the entire spectrum of the journey. You can be deceived into something. because you are not really aware by virtue of your state in life, by virtue of the poverty that pervades, by virtue of you not being, there's what we call informed decision. So the decision is an impaired decision. It's not an informed decision because the entire spectrum of what the journey entails is not shown to them. So they have a right to dignity of life. They have the right to be educated on the real issues that are germane to their journey, so that when they are taking the decision, they can know that, okay, I can get killed, my organs can be donated, you know, so that when they are taking a decision that deprive them of their rights when they have all the information regarding the entire journey. So they do have a right because they are deceived, because some people are preying on their vulnerability and on their on the fact that they are showing them that the grass is greener on the other side.
The story of these two girls draws attention to the motivation of many to get drawn into prostitution and possible death as victims of organ sales, or what has now been termed modern-day slavery. And this is after several similar experiences have been shared by the over 5,000 Nigerians who have had to be evacuated from Libya.
From January to March this year, we have received 94 victims, made up of, in January we had 1 male and then 27 females. February we had 34, 2 males and 32 females. And in March we had 32 also, 1 male and 32 females. So above all, we have more females as our victims that we've received in the first quarter of this year. It's much more prevalent now than ever before because of ignorance and because of the get-rich-quick syndrome. Sometimes people just take it that, oh, I want to get money from this, and they erroneously enter into such. Sometimes they are even killed without the money given to them, and their organs are taken away. These are some of the things that we find out because of the bad upbringing that we have in the society. People don't want to work to make earnings. They are ready to do anything, fast business, to make money at all costs.
Human beings are born tabula rasa with their mind as blank as slate. It's in the process of growing up, they first interact with their immediate families. If you look at everything, if you interrogate the whole thing, you'll find out that the family values have been terribly eroded. We've also seen that poverty is also something that is negatively affecting the psyche of these teenagers, because worldwide, about 79% of our teenagers are being trafficked daily. Some for prostitution, some for, although most of them, some of them will not even know their organs will be sold, trafficking. And some of the people I've had to interact with are giving the bitter truth that their families actually lost some of them to this act. So we see that the case of those two girls, a very sad one, but it's also a point out to the fact that it's a litmus test for us as a country. That one, we must not fail our teenagers. Family values have been totally eroded. Therefore, the families should be the starting points. Because if families that believe that from selling off their younger ones, trafficking them, when they get money, then they'll be able to make a living. It's not a normal thing.